If you would have told me a few years ago that I'd be building a new garden and working towards self sufficiency, I probably wouldn't have believed you. I did not grow up canning, gardening, or raising my own food, but when the world slowed down in 2020, I, like many others, started thinking about food, security, and preparedness. Grocery stores were running low, prices were skyrocketing, and for the first time, I realized how fragile our food system really is. That's when I knew I had to take control of where my food came from. At first, I had no idea what I was doing. I started very small with a backyard garden that housed just a few tomato and pepper plants. It wasn't a lot, but it was more than enough to teach me through trial and error. And the more I grew, the more I realized the value of this lifestyle that I was trying so hard to obtain. Gardening and homesteading for me isn't just about food. It's about resilience, independence, and reconnecting with a tradition that was lost. I know that no matter what happens, I have the skills to provide, and that alone brings me comfort. Homesteading has given me a sense of security that I have never had before. Knowing that I am able to grow my own food, preserve what I harvest, and provide for my family regardless of what is happening in the outside world is empowering. It hasn't always been easy. There have been many challenges, many failures, and plenty of learning curves, but not everything thrives, and it has all been a part of the learning process. Although sometimes it is tough, there is also something deeply satisfying about working with my hands, nurturing soil, and watching tiny seeds grow into something that can sustain my family. It connects me to nature, and I find a sense of peace throughout the entire process. I know to some, this garden is just a garden. But to me, it symbolizes everything my family and I have worked so hard for, and the values we keep near and dear to our heart. It has been a challenge, no doubt. From prepping the soil and deciding what to plant, every step ultimately brings me closer to a more self-sufficient life. Through this process, I have been able to teach my daughter the value of hard work, but also the value of real homegrown food. Food that does not contain harmful pesticides, preservatives, and artificial additives. After all, you don't need to read an ingredient list when you know exactly what is in it. I want my daughter to grow up knowing where her food comes from, because the healthiest food isn't found on a grocery store shelf. It's found in the soil beneath our feet. I want her to know the joy of picking a fresh tomato off the vine, and the pride that comes with creating recipes from food you grew yourself. One day, my daughter will have choices in the kind of life she wants to live. My hope is that she'll take some of the lessons we've learned together with her. I don't want to leave behind money and materialistic things. I want to leave behind knowledge. Knowledge that I did not have growing up. I can only hope that one day it will be my daughter's turn to pass down these traditions, and that when she does, she thinks of me. Life is truly crazy. In my 20s, my dream was the city life. Bright lights, late nights, with the kind of freedom that came from never being tied down. I wanted to travel, chase experiences, and the only kind of cooking I did was ordering takeout. Now my weekends consist of learning how to can, bake bread, and working on my garden. Everything I never thought I wanted, I have now, and I couldn't be happier with where I am or how far I have come. I started Willow Creek Homestead as a way to empower others, to show that no matter what you have to start with, starting is the most important thing you can do, and to always remember your why. Because there will be days where you ask yourself, why am I doing this? Trying to juggle everything is overwhelming. Finding balance is difficult. But just when you think about quitting or giving up, remember your why. Why is growing your own food important to you? Why is preserving and gardening important to you? And let whatever the reason is continue to lead you closer to your goal. I used to believe that I was born in the wrong generation. I now understand that I was born in this generation to keep the art of simple living and old traditions alive. I hope I can continue to inspire you all like so many of you have done for me. If you take anything away from this video, let it be that there is no right or wrong way to start, and to always, always remember your why.